Today we're going to have a quick look at how badly things are going on my stocks and shares ISA with InvestEngine, and then we'll jump across the GIA, the general investing accounts, with Freetrade and Trading 212. How much red can we see? So this is having a look at how things are going at the end of October 2022. What is probably quite useful is starting off by having a couple of benchmarks. So what I'm going to do is look at VWRL, the FTSE All World UCITS ETF, and just see how much that All World ETF has dropped since the start of this financial year. So looking from 6th April through to 31st of October, we've seen a 4.87% drop. This is my stocks and shares ISA for the 22-23 financial year, and I'm just drip feeding into 5 ETFs at the moment within this portfolio. So every month, direct debit, £250 straight into here, and it is all set up. And if you want to have a look at how does InvestEngine work, I've got a video that sort of explains why I like the platform and why I've chosen it for this year. But direct debit comes straight in and it automatically invests into the 5 different ETFs that I have within this portfolio. Some of them doing reasonably okay, and then some other ones not doing quite so well. So VMID, the FTSE 250, hasn't been going particularly well, and what we'll do is just jump in and have a quick look at what it's looked like over the last 6 months. We've seen a bit of a continuous trend downwards over the last 6 months, but lots of things have done that. It isn't just VMID that has gone down like that. We've seen a little bit more of a rally on the upside over the last couple of weeks, of October, with a little bit more stability from the UK government, and looking at a little bit more stability in the banking sector, in the economic sector. So that has caused things to rise slightly over the last few weeks. So VMID is the one that is probably doing least well, and what we can do is go have a quick look at one that I have only just started investing into, but this is VUKE. So this is the FTSE 100 Vanguard index tracking the FTSE 100. I've done a video previously on this and some other dividend paying ETFs. This I think pays a dividend somewhere in around 4.22% per year. So a reasonably solid dividend coming out of that. But very similar to VMID, we have basically seen a trend downwards, with a bit of an uplift in the last couple of weeks. So let's have a quick look and see what is actually in this ETF. So there's 142 of them, and you will recognize those names of the holdings. So Shell, AstraZeneca, Unilever, HSBC and Diageo, with all its drinks. Things like Guinness and Johnny Walker in there. We can have a quick look at the different regions. So very much a UK setup. That shouldn't surprise anybody, saying it's the FTSE 100 that it's tracking, and then sectors looking at about 25% in the mining and the healthcare. And that is basically where I am, and I'm literally just waiting on the next £250 landing into the portfolio. And as you will see, I have set my weightings, so the weightings are on the right hand side, and this is just constantly rebalancing itself until I get to that 30-20-20-20-10 split for the different ETFs. It does that all automatically. I don't even have to think about it. And next we have is the Trading 212 account. So in here I've invested just over £200 and showing a 0.57 loss. That's not too bad. Basically dividend paying stocks in here. I have 6 investments in there, and they are Tesco, B&M, Persimmon, Legal & General, Primary Health Properties and National Grid, all names that I'm sure you will all know. So a couple of retail in there, couple house builder and a REIT alongside a bit of an energy provider and an insurance company. Back in September I opened up this account, and I've just put in a couple of additions, and then this is where we are. Primary Health is doing a little bit better than it was a few days ago, but some green, some red, but I'm just going to keep dollar cost or pound cost averaging into these different stocks. But what is great is when you start to see some dividends coming in. So what we can see within here is what I've actually bought over the last month. So let's go and have a quick look at the history. So this month, what have I actually bought? So I've put in about £135 this in the last month, and basically bought some BME. Actually, I've bought all six of my stocks there, and then I added a bit more to Tesco, sold an Under Armour, which was my free share that I had, and bought a little bit more Tesco. I've got a funny feeling Tesco had ex-dividend date earlier on in the month, so I'm just waiting on some earnings coming in, which will be good. If you get value from this, I would love it if you could hit the like button. It does really help small channels like mine grow that little bit more. And also, if you would be kind enough to hit that subscribe button and the little bell, just so you get notifications of when some next videos come out. I have a question for you. What are you actually investing into? I'd love to see that in the comments down below. So what we can see is lots of different kinds of stocks in here. So we've got Realty Income, we've got some banking and insurance side of things with Lloyds, Legal & General and Aviva, bit of Rio Tinto, and then a few of those sort of grocer type of shops, so Tesco's and B&M. Rolls-Royce, I am hoping that in the future that is going to bring a dividend back in, and please tell me down below, are you excited about Rolls-Royce and what they have going on? Then we've got Persimmon, which you will have seen in the Trading 212, as well as National Grid and Primary Health. Pod Point, I did take a punt on this to see whether or not EV charging would take off, and at the moment it's just going downwards. And then BT. So as you will see, quite a bit of red in this dividend stock list. As you jump across to look at the activity side of things, haven't done much this month in this account. Literally just the purchase of the 10 Rolls-Royce shares because the price was getting to good value, and just that simple little Realty Income 22p, and that comes in every month. What I'm going to start doing is buying a little bit more of the Realty Income and sort of just build that up so that I get a little bit more coming out from there. So that is basically where we are on the different accounts. You'll see things have been looking relatively red, but we're starting to see a little bit of a pickup. I'm not that bothered about that. I'm in this for the long run, and you'll see that from a couple of the videos that I have down below. But also, if you want to have a look at sort of what else I'm thinking about on the VWRL side of things, I'm going to be bringing out something on VUSA. So keep an eye out for those. Thanks very much for watching, and if you've enjoyed this, please hit the like button and think about subscribing, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.